Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How are you, Bo?
So good.
Good. Me too. The votes are in. We left today's episode up to the viewers. We're gonna do this once a month. By golly, was it close?
It really was.
It was like a 1% difference.
yeah. I like that. I like knowing what the people want.
Yeah. Because
before that, Colin.
Oh.
I want to talk about dead body. I want to talk about being on the road, which we did a little bit before my computer died.
Right. This is take 2.
And speaking of that, let me publicly apologize for the audio last week. We figured it out. Everything should sound perfect now.
Yeah. It happens to Bo.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a story. This is a podcast about stories from tour. I just did the longest tour I've done in 5 years. 4 shows, baby.
What was the best one? I know it's
I think Vegas. I think Vegas was the best show.
Which, like, dude,
it's crazy.
You and I have played Vegas over a decade ago.
I have exclusively played a house where meth is it's in the oven being cooked,
Yeah.
Like they have a batch ready to go for the next guy, and they're waiting for you to take your gear out and finish your set, and then they give the guy the meth that they just baked.
It's wild and awesome to be able to say that. Yeah, Vegas was the best show. That's
Vegas,
crazy.
It's a very young scene. Like teenagers spin kicking is the best. There's nothing more inspiring to me. Simi Valley is also skewing very young, where we just played, which is not a place I grew up playing ever.
Where is that?
40 minutes away. It's Ventura County.
Okay.
But it's there's literal 12-year-olds in the pit spin kicking, and I could hear them after the set counting how many spin kicks they did. And it added 5 years to my life. So had a great time. I'm loving being in a fucking local ass band,
Yeah, that's cool.
Just local as fuck, dude.
We went to Vegas. We gamble.
Yes.
Enough said.
You know how I say never stop gambling?
Yeah, I've heard that once or twice.
I should have stopped gambling. So if you're listening to this, eventually stop gambling is the new slogan. Eventually stop gambling. But today we're here.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
The viewers voted. They wanted to hear about HardLore's favorite underrated hardcore bands.
Or adjacent.
My list is 1000% HC.
Wow. You're going to have a bunch of shit. I feel underprepared. Now let us clarify what we mean by underrated.
Yes.
Does that mean what?
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
Does that mean at the time they weren't appreciated? Does that mean that even though they were huge, maybe at one point people aren't talking about them now?
Yeah, I think it could mean it can mean all of those things.
Yeah, I think so too. Good.
And maybe they kill in their hometown and nowhere else.
Right, and which is a prime example from my list. I got
billions of those. So this is gonna be. I had a lot of fun putting this together. And some of these are huge bands in their own right, or now people are like, what?
Yeah,
not knowing how fucking dope they were in their prime.
Okay, good. I've got some. I'm gonna say some, and people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" That's one of the most popular bands of that era, and it's nobody's talking about them anymore. Really think about it.
Yeah. I might hear one you do and be like, "What?" And then hear your reason.
But I think mine is defendable.
Okay.
Why don't you?
Should we rip it? Ready? My first pick.
I wanted to troll you and do something silly and be like, little band called Half Heart or something. You know what I mean?
My first pick.
Let me crack open it.
Crack it open.
We're cracked.
All right. Colin's first pick for underrated hardcore bands. 25 to Life. And hear me out. Okay. Despite what they say about Rick or the band's legacy or anything.
I don't feel like none of that really.
Brother, Strength Through Unity and Keeping It Real are like objectively incredible hardcore records. And you can see what you look back at flyers in that time. It's like 25 to Life, Hatebreed, Madball, like the biggest bands ever under them.
Yeah.
So
I would say they are an underrated band. If like
maybe by their own fault.
Dude, somebody DM'd me the other day and asked if I remember a thing called Chubby Fresh Fest.
Chubby Fresh at a fest?
Yeah, and it happened in Illinois.
Oh wow. Why did he do that?
In like a western suburb, and there was no ins and outs, and it was like all day.
Oh wow.
And I just sat in this venue. But the reason I bring it up, and dude, the lineup was crazy. It was like Terror, Integrity 2000,
Jesus.
Ringworm, Mental. I think 25 to Life.
To the listeners, Chubby Fresh played drums in Integrity, One Life Crew.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's,
a listener.
Is he?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, he did a fest.
Well, look at the One Life Crew Facebook page, and then you'll get an idea of what he's about now.
Rick was there, is why I bring it up at all. Okay. I don't remember if 25 to Life played because I wasn't. Again, this was like peak Bridge 9 Bo. Like, even Terror, I was like, that's kind of metal, I didn't get Ringworm, dude. Furnace,
oh my
wet
God.
in his hair.
You are everything you say just proves the Michael Hayes-ness of your personality. Terror, I didn't think it was going to work.
I left high school with a friend who could drive because I couldn't yet. I was very young. Okay. Like we went from high school to this fest. And Rick had his distro there, and I bought a Straight Edge sticker from him.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember if they played it.
Rick, I've bought my own albums from Rick, But 25 to Life, still at the end of the day, underrated. Keeping It Real, Strength Through Unity. I would personally recommend the song Short Fuse.
I love the song thing. I got to remember to do that with mine.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you with a song just in case the songs aren't on streaming and aren't in the official HardLore Underrated Bands playlist below.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So Short Fuse, listen to the song, hard as fuck. Here we go.
I had a question and I forgot it. All right,
perfect.
Mine. I'm going back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Fear.
Oh.
The punk band Fear.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Dude, I think the record is like an incredible record.
It is.
I think it's like really weird and
I guess what is Fear drawing nowadays, That's
what I'm saying is like I think Fear played Riot Fest recently and
but like if they're playing like punk rock bowling, like how many people are coming,
You know what's funny is like I wouldn't be there.
No,
I'd go.
But Fear ran shit for a while.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they were on fucking Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
They were like a big deal back in the day, and I don't really think anybody gives a shit about.
We got to get John Belushi on the show.
Dude,
to tell us about Fear.
Do you know what movie Lee Ving, the singer of Fear, was in?
No.
He played Mr. Body in Clue.
Really?
That's Lee Ving.
That's cool.
So it's Tim Curry, Lee Ving.
That's insane. Yeah, the record goes crazy. It's a timeless punk classic.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I want to like. It's like we were saying. We're gonna say things like 25 to Life was a good pick from you.
Yeah.
Fear, I think, is one of those ones where people go, "What are you talking about?" But it's like, when was the last time you saw someone at like a hardcore show in a Fear?
In just a Fear the record shirt?
You know what I mean? Or like a More Beer shirt or anything. So mine's Fear. Yeah. I would choose I Don't Care About You. I love that song.
Okay.
That would be the song I would say to check out. It's definitely streaming.
Yeah. I'm a New York's all right if you like saxophones, man. But that's the hit,
And I hate saxophone.
You do.
I really hate a horn in rock, but band rocks.
Yeah. Good pick, Bone. My next pick.
I feel like every pick I make, there's going to be a smear of bullshit.
No,
it's
a great pick, Bowen. Great pick, Bowen. Bowen with a great pick. My next pick, band from Japan. To me, bands like this band is called Judgment. I'll just get that out of the way. Band's called Judgment.
I don't think I've ever heard them.
Well, you'd love them.
Okay.
Judgment, bands like Judgment, Deathside, Bastard, all exemplified that. To me, something that they do makes them better at writing punk music.
Ooh.
There's something about it that just like, hey, we've been nuked twice. Like, war fucking sucks. Okay. They all come from this standpoint where they have an actual thing to say, you know? And it like comes across lyrically, even in their second, third language. Yeah, right. The artwork is just like, yo, these are real motherfuckers with like a provable historical thing to base their entire ideologies on. Judgment, they put out a bunch of 2-song releases, which I think is the coolest thing.
We haven't done our EP or 7-inch thing yet. That'll happen. But that's my favorite way to consume music is like a taste. I don't like a long ass.
But the thing is, it's hard.
Usually.
It's easy to say in retrospect, me finding and Taylor finding these 5 2-song things. Because it's like, but starting as a new band, releasing a 2-song thing, you can't get people hooked on that. You can't get anybody to give a shit. But like 3, 4, 5,
oof.
I could do 5 songs forever. That sounds awesome.
That's my favorite.
But Process and The Situation is a 2-song release. I would find those both back to back. They'll rock your ass off, especially you.
Wow.
My co-host.
I will. I mean, I listen to our playlists. You know what's so funny is the last one. Mm-hmm. We said this in the breakdowns thing, but like the first one was like a little more metal, a little more heavy, and then the last one was like mostly hardcore.
Yeah,
and like that playlist fucking.
Oh, it's incredible. This playlist I don't know how much of this is on streaming, unfortunately. So like you might have to YouTube a lot of this. But this is a fucking banging playlist. This is like the best playlist I've ever heard right here. But yeah, Judgment is my second pick for underrated band.
I need to notate the songs that I'm picking as well. Okay. Let's see. So when I was doing this, I looked at like my vinyl collection to try and be inspired.
Sure.
Here's one. This is a prime example of like somebody's gonna say, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But it's really true. Is Mental. At
this
the
isn't
time.
what the fuck are you talking about, because they ran the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, not only do I think you don't really like I'll see people of like our era in Mental shit.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of it. You don't really see younger people, newer people in Mental shit.
Sure.
But also like stylistically, that style of hardcore is, I think, not as popular right now.
It's been phased out. Yeah.
Right? So like it's weird to think about 2004 about them being the biggest band.
Yeah, and there's a drawback to sounding that unique, you know? Because when somebody's doing Mental, the first thing I think is fuck this.
It's kind of your No Warning thing.
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna do a better version of this thing. Do something else. And I'm a hypocrite because I do a worse version of 5 different things. So it's like, but there's certain things where you can get away with that, and you can change it and improve on it and do your own thing. But there's no way to imitate Mental.
Right. So like, yeah. So I don't think people realize that like there was a time when Mental would set up their merch and it would just all be sold out every show, every fest, whatever. Like they were the band. I don't really know.
Proto merch band. Isn't merch band such? I think I've said this on here before, but merch band is such a hilarious phrase.
It's funny and stupid
because it's just a band people like and want to wear their stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that like if people are lined up for merch and not watching a band, that kind of sucks.
But it's not their fault.
But it's not their exact. Like, no. Sorry, dude. You know, it's like Gulch is like a good example, right? They were probably the last like notable one.
Yeah.
Where it's like, people, they made a design that people want.
That the world wanted.
The entire planet wanted.
Mental was for sure that. If a shirt said Mental Crew, motherfuckers would be rioting in the streets to be part of the Mental Crew, you know?
So popular. Yeah. And like also like dude, like we don't have to get too far into it, but like popularized like how people dressed and shoes and like
sneakers.
It was like a whole thing, you know, and that's very much gone by the wayside, for better or worse, you know, whatever. I loved Mental. I would say History 101 is a great song. Opens Get an Oxygen Tank, which was the first piece of vinyl I ever purchased.
Wow, HardLore.
2003.
Great pick, Bone.
Dude, fuck off, dude.
What?
I want you to check out this band, fucking Calipers from Rome. They're sick.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like some of these are going to be obvious.
I said great pick, Bowen, and you stuck your finger up my ass. What's your problem? Get your finger out of there. My next pick. This is. I feel like I'm going to say this, and the state of New York is going to throw their hats in the air and roar applause.
Okay.
The band is called Cold Front.
Oh,
I think they are the single most underrated New York hardcore band.
Amazing. I like that.
Clean vocals, a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting, creative, unique riffs. Hard. They did a lot of things that people are doing now better than anybody else ever has. They don't have much music out. There's a demo and like I don't know if it's an LP or like I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a Demise situation where it's like they have a bunch of, we'll get to Demise later, but a bunch of different things that people call an LP. I don't know. All I know is every song is good. What?
Sorry. What do you think causes a band to be underappreciated at their time?
I think timing is a lot of it. Yeah. And just like I don't know if you're just like not in with the right dudes or something. Or just the internet didn't, or like my perception is that they're underrated and everybody there is like, nah, they was the shit, yo. They was at CB's.
Which works into our criteria.
It does, yeah. But Draw the Line, which is on the demo and the other one, I would listen to that. I think most people will be like, yeah, I get it.
Wow.
Good pick, Colin. And to that I
Cold
say,
Front. That's a good pick.
Thank you.
Was anybody in Cold Front in other bands or anything?
Don't know.
Do you know? You don't know.
They're one of those things. I just never did a lot of times I'm so curious about like, okay, who are these guys? And then sometimes I like a band so much and won't check a single thing about them.
Oh, I like that too.
I couldn't tell you who wrote what on Master Killer, you know? My favorite thing ever.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a great mystery to me. It's a great conundrum.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got a good one. A lot of mine, I'm realizing, are kind of that time, of this same time period. So maybe it's me trying to relive the glory days. But 2003, a band called So Be It.
Tell me about So Be It. Are they European?
No, they're not. They're like, who were the dudes, the brothers, I think, who were in Think I Care?
Oh, okay. So it's Boston?
Yeah, it's definitely Boston, I think. And I don't know if DFJ was. No, I think the dude who sang for R&R played drums. Maybe. I might be getting this totally wrong. I apologize. But they were like Shumsky. It was the Shumsky brothers. And no DFJ. Okay, I just checked Discogs. But they had like only a demo and then 2 7-inches, and like that's it. And it's just like hard. I remember I only saw him once, but dude played drums and like had like hi-hat, snare, kick, a crash, and a tom. And that was like the whole kit.
Oh wow, he's one of those.
You know, like like Kublai Khan style, like super minimalist.
Right.
Very hard. I believe like one thing was like straight edge, and then one thing was after not being straight edge. I think
Which one did you like more?
What do you think, dude? I love the straight edge one. It's got a guy swinging a chain, and he's X'd up. It's very hard. The first song on that, it's the self-titled record, is called Split Level Head. Super fucking hard. Very short-lived band, like only like 5 years or so.
Wow.
But like in the vein of that kind of Boston thing. So like the non-mental side, the more I think I care.
Great pick, Bowen. I'm excited to check out So Be It. I never heard them. Isn't that fun?
One, yeah. I got one.
You get to show me stuff I never heard.
I think you could actually like. I don't know how well it holds up, but I think you could actually like.
To Bo, it does though. You know.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. My next pick. All the way from Deutschland. Rikers.
Dude, that's so funny.
Why?
When I was on Spotify doing like related, just trying to see if I was forgetting any bands, they were on.
They came up?
Yeah, on one of my later picks, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they could tour Germany right now like over Hatebreed or something. It's that kind of thing.
Really?
Listen to the song. Okay, the song, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The song is called Stranglehold, the one I picked. It's from a record called First Blood. The intro is fucking hard as shit, dude. And he goes, bring out the stranglehold. And like in full German accent. The riff is insane. Bum, 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 bum. Hard as shit. The band's hard as fuck. They sound like they're from New York. Yeah, Rikers, dope as hell.
Do you know when they were around? Like what era?
90s, 2000s. I think they still, like, I think Beatdown Hardware put out like a collection of stuff in the past 10 years. Wow. So they're still, I think they toured, they did a Persistence tour in the past few years too.
Really?
So they're out there. They're still here. They might be listening. I don't know. Wow. Riker, Stranglehold. Hard as shit, dude.
That's a good one.
All right, hit it.
I got a Chicago band.
Finally.
Finally. There's a few Chicago bands in here, which I think like that's bound to happen. Right.
I got my California stuff at the end.
Yeah.
You know? My nepotism stuff.
Should I save mine then?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
The band is called Wound Up. They played a lot in Chicago. Excuse me. They're very much on the punk hardcore side.
Mm-hmm.
A guy named Donnie sang, and they were very scary. And I think they only had like a cassette and a 7-inch. You know, really, again, like not a lot put out. Very punk, but like very hard and very just like good, fast shit.
Sure.
And they were a band that I don't know if they ever played out. I legitimately don't know. They were like already established when I was like first getting into hardcore.
Wow.
And like first going to local shows. But like they're sick. I think Matt might listen. And they had a bunch of like,
and like were they a band when you were a kid or?
They were around, but I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
You know, like fresh.
Right.
Donnie one time ran into me during Mind Eraser and bruised my hip.
What?
I just had a bruised hip. He killed me.
That's fun.
But yeah, Wound Up, self-titled, the song. And it's good.
The song's called Wound Up?
Yeah.
Oh, badass.
Wound Up,
I love that.
I know you do. I got a little sticker right here.
I'd rather be listening to Wound Up by Wound Up from the record self-titled.
I don't know if it's on streaming or anything.
Well, we'll see when we're putting the playlist, you know?
Highly recommend.
My next pick, all the way from Down Under.
Oh, wow.
They're like the Cro-Mags of Australia. Band called Mind Snare.
Great band.
Great band. I did a split with Ringworm, which is like, how cool is that?
Coolest.
I would have to imagine that helped Ringworm in Australia, honestly. It's that kind of thing.
Right.
I would recommend the song Bulldozed. You'll hear that it's just like dope, metallic, hardcore, and then they eventually got like even more metallic. But it's exactly what you want from a band called Mind Snare. You'll see the logo and you'll know exactly what they're about. But they're like, I think they're other than fucking Packway, they're like the biggest Australian hardcore band.
Dude,
actual
how cool
hardcore band.
Is what you just said. Seeing a logo
and just knowing,
exactly
dude.
That's so cool.
It's the best.
It's the best, yeah. Yeah. Also, quick asterisk on my pick for that wound up song. It's I was misremembering. The song is called Fuck Fashion. Anyway.
It's not called wound. It's not, so it negates that entire fun anecdote that we just had together.
Is dear beloved friend of the show, Aaron Osborne, involved with Mind Snare?
No. He's in extortion now, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like, people here are like, oh, you're in extortion, mate. All right. How you going? But no, he's not in Mind Snare. He should be. So Mind Snare, if you're listening. I got this guy named Aaron Osborne. He's from Canberra. You're going to love him. He can play all your instruments.
We're going to see him this weekend.
Oh, can't wait. I might see him tomorrow. But yeah, that's my next pick. Mind Snare, Bulldozed. Check him out.
Very good. That was a good pick. You really bat 1,000. I tell you what, you have a Rolodex.
I do.
In your brain. I'll tell you what.
I everything I do is of a Slumdog Millionaire state. You know, every experience in my life led to me going, I'm going to save this fact. You know,
yeah.
Hold on to this for something.
What we had, like, 4 topics was the poll for this week.
Yeah.
So like when we decided on the 4 topics, I like outlined picks for all of them just in case, right? And I thought I was like, I got this one. You got it.
Colin clears, sadly. What do the kids say? Oh, Colin clears, I'm afraid. All right, good pick, Colin. What's yours, Bo?
I have some on here that, like, in hindsight are so stupid.
I need them.
I'll pick one from Belgium. I've talked about him before. I love him to death. Rise and Fall from Ghent Bell.
That's a great pick because the kids don't know Rise and Fall.
They don't, dude. And Into Oblivion is, like, incredible.
Yeah.
And I know I've said it before. I've talked about it before, but I don't think they ever put out anything that isn't, like, worth listening to. Mm-hmm. Into Oblivion is, like, my pick. It was like a sea change when we first heard it, in that, like, it perfectly blended so many things.
I heard Into Oblivion and thought I was hearing, like, a secret Cleveland band, like a secret classic Cleveland band.
Exactly.
Because there's one song where a guy sings and like it just is Human Furnace, but it's not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And I thought it was.
It was like they got him. I can't believe they got him.
Yeah.
And they didn't at all. It's probably some fucking Austrian guy or something. But dude,
it's great all the way through. Dude, you want to talk about sequencing?
Oh, great sequence.
It's like perfect.
Yeah.
There are songs that go right into each other that fit perfectly. It's fucking.
I haven't heard it in probably 10 years.
Dude, I listened to it a few months ago and I remember going like, holy shit. Like, it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still.
I'm excited to hear it on the playlist.
Yeah, it could come out today and it would smash.
All right. The great artwork too.
Great artwork, Mr. Bannon.
Yeah.
Just
your old boss, Mr. Bannon.
Yeah. Jacob. So yeah, and it came out on Death Wish.
And you stole your logo from them.
And we
one of your logos.
We were blessed.
Yeah.
With permission.
There you go. I can't believe the Live Nation Harm's Way logo.
Being able to put it in the episode.
Yeah, I can't believe Live Nation would do that to you guys. I'm going to sue your ass. I'm going to sue you, Live Nation, on behalf of Harm's Way. It's on site with Live Nation's logo team.
I'm going to pick just the opening track to Into Oblivion is Forked Tongues.
Nice. Great song. Isn't that the song with the fake ringworm guy?
I don't think so.
Okay, one of them has a guy where you're going to be like, they got him.
They got
And let me tell you now, they didn't. They didn't get the human thermos. Great pick. Not ironically, great pick, okay?
For the first one.
No, it's not first one. I just never heard half of those things, which is good. That means they're underrated. So you're doing good. Put your tongue away. My next pick, the other good crossover band. Because
who's the first?
Carnivore.
Okay.
There are two. The other great all-time crossover band. None other than Crumbsuckers.
That's a really good pick.
You must visit an album called Life of Dreams. And I implore you to listen to the entire thing, front to back. But if you're pressed for time, first two tracks, just sit there and trapped. You'll be like, you'll get a complete understanding of what you're getting into. Hard riffs that you cannot play. Cool ass vocals with cool ass patterns and cool ass lyrics and hard pits. What more do you want?
Do you know anything about like the band?
I think some of them moved to Florida and are Propane as well. Propane.
Okay.
You know the band?
Yeah.
So
were they like
they played a Black and Blue Bowl like a few years ago.
Oh, no shit.
And it looked like the dopest thing of all time.
Did they play shows with other
Oh yeah.
hardcore bands?
100%. They're Long Island though.
Gotcha.
So This is before Backtrack merged the boroughs. You know? Before Backtrack single-handedly merged Long Island and New York hardcore.
Before Vitalo.
Before James Vitalo single-handedly merged the boroughs. You think I'm joking. But Long Island was its own identity before old Jimmy V had his say. He said, hey, why don't we bring them together? Hey,
we'll have a catch.
Hey, fuck yourself. Crumbsuckers, Life of Dreams, certified underrated. The one of two good crossover bands. I'm being facetious there, but
of course,
Crumbsuckers.
I remember one of the first things I remember about your brother was him liking Crumbsuckers and being like surprised.
You see that?
Yeah, I do.
That's a Crumbsuckers. That's a Crumbsuckers poster that's older than me.
Wow,
right there. Just withering away in my little office in a $20 frame. Yeah. But Crumbsuckers, incredible, perfect band. Listen to Life of Dreams. Classic Sean Taggart artwork.
There you go.
Which obviously we were very inspired by and used and worked with Sean Taggart. And that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
Yeah. So that was everything to us.
I think so far that's your best pick when considering what underrated means. I think that's so far your best pick for sure.
And they've all been good, so that's really impressive. Yeah.
Good pick, Colin.
Thank you. What's next?
This is the one where I was like, can we please do adjacent? This band is not a hardcore band.
Sure.
But they did record with friend of the show Kirk Blue.
I'm listening.
They are called Beast Milk.
Oh, you love this fucking band. Huh?
I love this fucking
You
band.
drink the beast milk all day.
All goddamn day. I don't think people really know about them. They were kind of short-lived.
They had to change their name, right?
They had to change yeah, I guess like certain people fucking left or something. I don't really know. I think like the main songwriter left, but the singer stayed. Whatever. I don't know the thing. But they have a couple 7-inches that came up before the first LP. And the first LP is called Climax.
Right.
And then they changed their name after that.
Beast Milk Climax is crazy.
Yeah, it's all obviously very on the nose.
Yeah.
Like it's all intentional. I can only describe it as like Morrissey singing for the Misfits in a echo chamber.
That's good.
Recorded by Baloo.
If this band they were fucked by their timing, you know, because they were poised to be the next big thing, and then obviously something happened internally. But if they came out, if Beast Milk fucking emerged now from the shadows, they'd be playing Coachella.
Dude, that's a good point. And also, I think the name probably fucked them.
Yeah, but to me, the name is what makes me want to hear it.
Oh, good point.
I go, that's disgusting. Put it on.
They changed it to Grave Pleasures.
Which is that's disgusting. Turn it off. You know, that's Pupil Slicer. The energy to me, which no diss to Pupil Slicer. But it's your name is so effective that I'm sickened by it.
I will choose the song "Genocidal Crush."
Okay.
Very catchy.
Noted.
Very check out Beast Milk. Check out this record. It's awesome.
I will. In the playlist below. My next picks. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna go by region for a minute here.
Fun.
Because I had to pick from all of Troycore, which in itself is completely underrated. You know?
Yeah. What did I listen to the other day? I texted you.
You listened to Dying Breed, Bo, which is my next pick.
Excellent pick. Excellent record.
This was life-changing. And I heard it as a borderline adult.
Yeah, I was 35.
And you're like, oh, this is just perfect hardcore music. That's crazy.
And it really, honestly,
it is
awesome. I didn't know that it was like singy.
Yeah, it's like post Pantera hardcore, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're all doing Pantera, but in a hardcore perspective. When it rains, it pours. There is a lesson to learn from it all. What's crazy is I put Nothing to Prove on the Best Breakdowns playlist by mere chance, not knowing it was the only song on streaming.
No shit.
Yeah. So I think I have to put that in the playlist, but if you have access to the record, I believe it's on Bandcamp. The song Marked Man.
Nice.
Good God.
I listened to it on YouTube.
Oh. Yeah. Obviously, they have a song called God's Hate, which inspired me to do something. So that should tell you.
I never knew that. I didn't know that.
That's it. Wow. It goes God, and it goes. Nah, I don't want to give away the rest. But yeah, check out Dying Breed. I'm gonna do one more pick as like a co-pick of this one, okay? Because Section 8, their classic record, 9 Ways to Say I Love You, just went up on streaming for the first time.
Oh, did you? How long ago?
Days.
Yeah, because when I listened to Dying Breed, the first thing I tried to listen to was
Section 8. It went up like maybe a week ago.
That makes perfect sense.
And the first song we'll get, if you like, and I'm just putting this for HardLore's sake. If you like my band, but the one I sing in, you're gonna hear this and go, okay, I get it. Broken Glass Memories. You'll get it. You get the melodic voice. He doesn't do many notes, but them notes he does flawlessly. Okay,
I got you.
And then when he goes into the rah, it's fucking badass. This is like a perfect. This is a landmark album for me as a guy, and for upstate New York. I bet you they could draw 10,000 people in Albany. They could outdraw WWE in Albany, I bet.
Do you know the story behind the cover?
The insane album cover? No, I don't.
It's truly one of the wildest.
It's very of its time though, just like a crazy guy,
like a
holding flowers.
Boy guy, yeah. So weird.
I think the back. It's funny that and I've done this too, where the album cover is only half the story, and the back cover is like the rest of it. You know, like the Preacher Man 7-inch is me in a priest shirt on the front,
right?
And on the back, I'm crossing my fingers. So it's like that should have been the real art. That's the real message. It's like, JK, I don't believe it either. I'm a priest.
What's on the back of the Section 8 one?
I think he's holding flowers or holding a weapon.
Oh,
because he's got flowers on the front.
Yeah,
and I think he has like a gun or a knife or something on the back.
Grin.
Yeah, it's very sinister. He's got a weapon for sure.
Okay.
So it's like that's the message. It's not that's the ninth way to say I love you, you know? Murder. So check out Section 8. It's finally on streaming. Why is my nose so red? What the hell?
You know what's funny is you're looking red. I think you've probably been outside, and I'm looking ghostly.
I have been outside. I played a show
out.
outdoors yesterday. It was bullshit. Anyway.
Do you like playing outdoors?
Oh my God, I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I would rather die than do that ever again. But alas, I will be doing it in a month and a half.
How'd the bass feel?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to fart my own ass here, but like that Dunnable bass feels like I played bass for the first time. In a good way. Like that's what a bass is supposed to feel like, you know? It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's really nice to have the thing. Like whatever it is, once you're just like, oh, there we go.
It made me go, okay, can I order a guitar immediately? Because this is just like, well, okay, if this feels this good, then what do your guitars feel like? You know, this is not a sponsored thing at all. I just like it. What's your next pick?
I am gonna go back to Chicago.
Okay.
With another band that has been around much longer. I think is still technically like around, but they're just very inactive. Is the Repos.
Nice.
The Repos. There was like you know how there's like groups of people who all do bands, right? Like all the Boston guys and you guys, and like, blah blah blah. They were a group with like, I don't know if they shared members or whatever, but it was like Punch in the Face, 14 or Fight, the Repos, even that wound up band, like were kind of in this like cloud, right? But the Repos were like always the coolest, always like, I don't know, they it's so difficult to be like authentically punk, to be like authentically like DIY, you know what I mean? Like, and like successful at it and make it cool. They did it really well. They also eventually at one point covered all of "We're Not in This Alone" by Youth of Today.
That's crazy.
Put it out on a record, covered the whole thing. It's fucking awesome.
I love that.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love an ambitious multi-covered thing, you know?
Yeah. So I'll just say Hearts and Heads Explode, which was, I think is technically an EP, but it's got like 15 songs.
Oh, cool.
They're like punk hardcore, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll just say the first song, which is Crooked Finger.
Very cool.
And I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, which I'm sure you will.
Yeah, 6 months later, they'll be like, actually, and you'll be like, I don't give a fuck. If you have a comment about a thing we said 6 months ago, just know we fucking Googled it already, okay?
Yeah.
If you're listening to an old episode and you want to tell us the brand of the air conditioner that we forgot, stop it. We figured it out a long time ago, okay? Thank you.
Also, we talk about this a lot. I know everybody means well, but if there's like a Coke meme or a McDonald's meme, and you're like, I should send this to them, we've gotten it.
If it was posted that day, go ahead and send it. If it's 2 days old, we saw it yesterday.
I've gotten
somebody sent it to us yesterday. But don't stop, you know?
Don't stop, because I know obviously people mean well.
But oh my God,
fine.
the DJ Shredder typo one. If I see her again,
that one,
I'm gonna blow my brains out.
The best fucking band.
She makes me hate my favorite band. Anyway, good pick.
The Repos, Crooked Finger, awesome Chicago, like actual hardcore.
I'm excited to hear it. Never heard them. My next 3 picks are all from a little place called Massachusetts. You ever heard of it?
The Commonwealth?
Yeah. You ever heard of the Commonwealth?
I've heard of it.
The first of the 3 is they all share one thing in common, and that is melodic vocals over hard-ass riffs. 2 of them are more obvious, but this first one, fronted by Righteous Jam's founder, Mayans television show creator Elgin James, 454 Big Block.
Wow.
You fuck with that?
That I've never heard him.
Oh my God. You're going to love him.
That's a deep cut.
It is a deep cut. I would listen to the song Born Human.
Yeah.
You'll see exactly what I mean. Exactly what you're looking for riff wise from a guy like me, like what I'm into. And then his voice starts and you'll hear the hook will hook you. It's a straight up, like you're going to be like, God damn, that's $1 million hook right there. And he's got tons of those.
Yeah.
And then he went on to form Righteous Jams, which ran shit. That's an underrated band.
I almost put him on the list, but I thought Mental said the statement even. You know?
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's crazy for you to pick a band that I had never even heard of from an era where like that was the mecca. Like Boston was it at the time. And the fact that I haven't heard of them is kind of crazy to me.
Well, they were a little bit before that time that you.
But still,
Yeah.
What was that?
They were a little bit before that time that you suck off.
Oh.
They were from the time that I suck off.
I got you.
Guzzle. Should I just do the other two now? Should I get them out of the way? They're easy. It's Only Living Witness, obviously.
Yeah.
And Sam Black Church, obviously.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me they're not underrated in the scope of the world. They're regional bands.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say when I first heard Only Living Witness, I was like shocked that they weren't more popular.
That they weren't like a worldwide famous phenomenon.
Brother can sing.
Brother can sing.
Usually that's
it.
That's like a shoe-in, you know what I mean?
It's a timing thing because after Only Living Witness, Jonas started a band called Milltown. They were picked up by like a major label, and it was just a red tape thing. It was like Universal or something huge had the fucking guy that produced Dirt, and it just never came out. And it's incredible. Sam Black Church could draw 5,000 people today in Boston, no problem. They could announce it today and draw 5,000 people tomorrow.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. It's just a thing. So for Only Living Witness, obviously, I don't want to say listen to Pro Mortal Form because you've already done that. So listen to, what is it? Total Particle Reversal or something on from Innocence, the second record.
Oh, I don't know that one as well.
See, it's awesome. Freak Law. Listen to Freak Law, dude. Hard ass shit. Sam Black Church. Listen to Infernal Machine. Because I already recommended you something from the other one. I want to listen. I'm recommending you something from the OG, the purple self-titled Infernal Machine.
I want to get into Sam Black Church.
You're gonna like him because it's straight up like Misfits quality shitty recordings. Like other than the one I sent you, the Thou Shalt Not Kill You, Thou Shalt Not whatever one, sounds amazing because it was like demos for a major label thing. But the other ones sound crazy, but are so fucking awesome, and it's cool. That makes it like, oh, I have to like decipher how dope this is.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got you.
And Infernal Machine was the song. That was the first song I heard by them, and I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a good pick.
And I feel like me doing mine in bunches will kind of make our lists about the same length.
Yeah. I mean, that all made sense.
Yeah.
Mine, we talk about them all the time. They are the flagship band's band.
Hit me. Oh.
Fucking underrated.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking Worm, brother.
The Worm, dude. The Worm is absolutely underrated.
Like, they are so fucking cool.
Yeah.
They're an awesome band musically, aesthetically.
Yo, check this out, dude.
Hit me.
We talk about how hard the 3-album thing in a row is.
Oh.
Promise, Birth is Pain, Justice? Birth is Plain, yeah. Ah! My baby's a plane! Yeah.
Woo!
Well, forget about that. Promise, Birth is Pain, Justice Replace.
Yeah.
Can I get the fuck out of here?
Design.
Oh, Venomous Grand, dude. There's a song on Venomous where, where is it? It's track 1 or 2 where the part is just on the
I
China.
think it's the first song.
It's so hard,
dude. Ringworm is excellent. They are such a perfect blend of what I love about the two major genres that make hardcore as we know it.
Yeah.
Excellent recordings. The Promise sounds.
It's so awesome how shitty it sounds, though. You know.
But then you go to the demo and it's like perfect.
Oh yeah. Frank, what happened there?
Well, we'll get to the bottom.
Frank, if you're listening, what happened?
Furnace has the coolest, like most consistent voice.
Oh, he's the guy. He might be like the best singer.
Dude, he does the fucking this house. Like he does that.
Yeah.
That's just him talking.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay.
It's crazy.
Awesome. Love Ringworm. I'm gonna say House of Hell.
Yeah.
If you can find the Terror Ringworm split version of it, that's my personal favorite. But the one on Justice is also incredible.
I'm with you. I feel like we have to make like an illegal Plex server, I think.
Ooh.
For people to listen to our stuff. But
that would be fun.
There's all kinds of that. I don't know that we could get away with that. That's an incredible pick because you're right. My instinct is to be like, what, Ringworm? But yeah, they're absolutely underrated. Great pick.
Yeah. Especially because like people will say like Clevo hardcore and Ringworm doesn't like. I don't think.
Well, I feel like Integrity Ringworm are fucking Ben Franklin and George Washington. You know.
Yeah.
The two great presidents. That's what I think. And then I go, oh yeah, One Life Crew and In Cold Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great pick.
Thank you.
Love that pick. I'm obsessed with that pick. My next two are grouped together because I'm 99% sure the same guy sings in both. I don't know why I didn't confirm it, but I did. Agents of Man and Train of Thought.
Oh, okay. I never got into Agents of Man, but crazy. They toured with Marauder. Yeah. And I saw them. I don't think I ever revisited.
That's crazy.
I don't think so.
There's an EP that is not as polished and produced that I really like. EP 01. First song is called Headless.
Okay.
But the LP, Count Your Blessings. You will hear this today and be like, why weren't they touring with like Shadows Fall and Killswitch and like the biggest metalcore bands? Because it is like certified metalcore in a way.
Yeah.
In the sense that like their hardcore songs were with a big melodic hook, and then like the melodic they're doing all the like all the type riffing, where you hear that and go, oh, that's that thing. But they do it from a perspective that doesn't corn it up to me ever.
Do you think that's because they were kind of trailblazing, or just because it's written well?
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah,
and the Train of Thought has hooks and stuff too. So it's like one. What's a triptych? Is a diptych a two triptych? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
A triptych is like a 3-piece of art, right? Like a 3-layered piece of art.
Okay.
Is a diptych, would that be 2?
Oh, you know what's so funny? That's why that app is called Diptych.
So it is?
Yeah, it is too.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll see. Let us know in 6 months. After I Googled it 6 months ago. But it's the evolution from Train of Thought to Agents of Man is very cool. And I would recommend Headless from the first EP, which they did re-record on the LP, and Blood Money on the LP, because it's the most melodic song.
Oh.
So if you like that and then you listen to the other ones, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. They're hard as fuck. Like Repercussion is another. If you listen to Repercussion, it's a pure hard song.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 bands that I love. Oh, Self-Inflicted is the song for Train of Thought. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm going to go to your coast.
Oh.
With a band of like the No Warning era that didn't really I don't think really popped, called Violent Minds.
Oh. Violent Minds. Are they from California?
Yeah, they're from San Francisco.
Oh. See, that's a different...
I said coast.
Yeah, I don't know. Cool.
San Francisco, San Jose. Yeah.
Nice.
They were just kind of around during like... It's funny. I thought because of who was in it, I thought they were Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. But like Shark Attack, No Warning,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of era. The song's called Know It All. It's the first song off of the Violent Minds self-titled EP.
Okay.
More just like straight hardcore that is still hard. You know? Which is I'm finding is like a lot of my list is like kind of a lost art.
Yeah, but it's this era
it's a
where
moshable band without chug parts.
See, that's my beef a little bit.
Yeah,
and that's how I felt as a teen, being like, why aren't they doing it?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Violent Minds in particular, because they're sick. I think I've played with them in the past few years. But I don't like when bands are half hard. So like all these bands trailblazed this era of like a different kind of mosh part. So the next generation thought that like mosh parts were taboo or something.
Right. No,
I
totally get that. But you know what I think is like Killing Time.
Yeah. They got full mosh parts though, you know?
But not like chug parts. Not like
But
you know what I'm saying?
That might just be the era. They didn't
just see
exist.
it in that vein, is what I'm saying.
I don't see it that way. I see because of what happened between Killing Time and Violent Minds, it became a conscious decision to not do those things.
I got you.
And
I don't disagree.
That created like melodic hardcore took from that and was like, oh, we're not doing that. And became the antithesis of what my ears be wanting. Yeah. But yeah, Violent Minds is like, what's the song you're picking?
Know It All.
Nice.
Off the self-titled EP.
Nice. I'm excited to delve into your picks, Bo.
Don't lie.
Don't lie to the children. Because these are you're picking like a lot of the stuff either I missed, or was too up my ass to get into at the time.
Which is why. So this is exactly why, if I can blow our own asses,
blow it up,
is why I think we work well.
Yeah.
Because
minor threat and push button warfare. That's why the show makes sense.
By the way, had this shirt when I was 13, still fitting it.
Nice.
My point being is like I was so concerned. I say this all the time that like when I was a kid on the radio, I loved Metallica.
Right.
But then I got into punk and hardcore, and I thought like I'm not allowed to like metal. I have to be like into punk and like fast hardcore, like blah blah blah. Opened up Give Blood. And a dude in Bane is wearing a Master of Puppet shirt. And I was like, oh, this is allowed. I can like Metallica.
Yeah.
So like I was so concerned about what
there were many more rules when we were young.
Yeah, or at least I believed there were, right? Because like really, who gives a shit?
Right. And that's like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is what I had a problem with as a kid. Because I was like, why are the new bands not doing the things my favorite bands do?
Got you.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like in my mind is like, why doesn't Violent Minds sound like Marauder?
You're like, why I can't spin kick.
I can't do it. That's just me being an idiot, obviously.
No, yeah.
But that's me subliminally being like, oh, I like what I like.
Yeah. Right.
And that's okay.
Right.
But everybody should sound like Marauder.
Yes, it's true.
Except for this next band on my list, Bo.
Ooh.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
Let me take you back in time here.
I'm ready.
The first time Twitching Tongues ever toured the United States. Not true. The second time Twitching Tongues ever toured the United States. It was the Sleep Therapy Tour, which was booked with just by ourselves with a little regional stint in Canada with this band, who up to the shows, I was like, yeah, they're cool.
Okay.
But Bo, let me tell you.
Yes, sir.
All it takes, if you see this band, Wisdom in Chains, one time, by the end of the set, you know the words to every song.
Dude, they got choruses.
It's crazy. In 30 minutes, they can make anyone a fan. Wisdom in Chains from Pennsylvania.
Where?
Pennsylvania. I fucking love you. I was an overnight Wisdom in Chains fanatic.
Ahead.
Because I think the shows were Twitching Tongue, Strength for a Reason, Wisdom in Chains, and Lifeless, which is badass, dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, is this what touring is like? This is the best. But Wisdom and Strength for a Reason is like, there's a band, there's a band from called Retaliate from California, who's also on my list.
Okay.
I didn't pick a song for them because I love the whole first 3 records are perfect. So just listen to all 3. Strength for a Reason and Retaliate are kind of like the East Coast and West Coast equivalents of one another.
Gotcha.
Retaliate is fronted by Zach Nelson, who played in a band called In Control, and now does 185 Miles South podcast. Listen to them. Give them a listen. Friends of the show. Yeah, In Control does rock. Zach is the fucking man. Retaliate and Strength for a Reason are these regional phenomenons. And Wisdom in Chains, they broke the regional gap. You know, they broke the regional threshold. I don't think that they've written a bad record, and I think they keep writing their best record.
Okay.
There's a song called Mathematics. First of all, Chasing the Dragon is like the hit.
Okay.
Where when they played that, I was like, this band is fucking crazy. But there's a song called Mathematics from like, that's new to me, but it's like a 10-year-old record at this point. That is straight up like a Danzig ballad.
Whoa.
It's unbelievable.
Okay.
It's like a love song. It made me cry the first time I heard it. Because I know this man just loves his wife, you know? And I love that.
Yeah.
So Wisdom Chains, Joe, if you're listening, I love you too.
See, I think that is another example of, you would say that and someone would go, what are you talking about? But it's true.
I think they're like, we played over them in Europe.
Right.
I don't think that should have been the case. You know?
Right. Yeah.
They're too good for that.
Yeah.
I'm sure today that would be different because
I love the bands that carry entire states. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and it's purely like a labor of love.
Yeah.
And just people just like love this one band. And I'll get to one from Illinois that I never talk about. But like, I love that concept of like everyone going, no, if it wasn't for this band,
right.
I think Strength for a Reason is probably
big time, dude.
The one, right?
Strength for a Reason, Crutch. Oh man, I should have put Crutch on here. Shit.
There's still time.
Yeah. Richie Crutch obviously plays guitar in Wisdom in Chains as well. So they're all, there's a cross-pollination there of guys. And the singer of Strength for a Reason, the biggest, scariest man you've ever seen, is actually the nicest guy to ever. He'll come up to you and he'll ask you about your entire life. You know, one of those.
Yeah.
Where he comes up and he's like, hey, man, I'm Carl. Tell me about your entire life.
What do you want? What are your dreams?
Yeah, and just feel at ease. I feel at ease.
All right, I got a good one.
Hit me, dude.
And I think, this is going to pop you. The Hope Conspiracy.
They're coming right up on my list. So
all right,
great
beautiful.
Pick.
Did you choose early or older? We'll do.
Older.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I meant older or newer.
You pick it.
Okay.
You said it first. You pick the song.
Okay, I'm going to do Hope Con from Cold Blue.
Oh.
Truth and Purpose.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're picking Truth and Purpose again.
I never even picked. They were never one of my picks.
Right. But that song is on the Best Breakdowns playlist.
Ah, fuck. I didn't cross-check that. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's a great. I mean, obviously,
I'll pick another one for the actual.
That's the hit. So I mean, it should be on here.
Yeah.
I would pick "Hang Your Cross" from Death Knows Your Name.
Yeah, unbelievable,
dude. The pit is like open E. It's like,
Yeah,
and it's somehow so hard.
So hard. The Hope Conspiracy are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like EndNote?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like lyrically, I fucking gored in half, dude.
There was either a poster or it was a gatefold. I don't remember exactly, but it was like a huge upside down cross.
Yeah.
And it was fucking very sick.
I lived for that shit. People are so sick of that, but like, man, there ain't a deicide lyric. You know the Antonio Banderas, the GIF that I love, the looking at the computer? That's every deicide song to me. Pardon this interruption. It is Whatnot time.
Whatnot.
Oh my God.
I'm a believer.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. I didn't get it. 4 months ago, 5 months ago, I didn't get it. Then we started
the
doing
concept was a little lost on you, right?
Yes. Kind of
that it's Twitch meets Cameo meets eBay.
It really is.
It is the best place to buy and sell any kind of memorabilia, realistically. Lars Fredriksson is on there.
You know who else is on there?
Brody King.
My favorite person.
Danhausen. All Ego Ethan Page.
Wow.
Tons of people, tons of different products, toys, cards, games. Now it's the best place to buy and sell hardcore vintage memorabilia, realistically.
Yeah, of course. Shirts, vinyl.
So be sure to join us at the end of every month. I think our policy is pretty much the last Friday of every month.
Yeah.
Is HardLore Whatnot Day. It's going to be the only place where you can buy certain HardLore shirts. We're going to always have old stuff from our bands and our friends' bands, records, rare stuff. You can come, you can bid, you can hang out, and you basically watch a 2-hour-ish live HardLore episode that is never seen again.
Mm-hmm. And we typically do around 10 items each, so that's a lot of stuff you can get. We do giveaways, we do all kinds of stuff.
So click the link in the description for $15 off your first purchase, and it's also Manscaped time, baby. We've been scaping men for months now.
we got our packages coming. I can't wait.
Oh, that body wash.
Some body wash coming. I'm staying thick as thieves with the crop preserver and
you're preserved and I'm revived. Yeah. I'm living deliciously since Manscaped came into my life,
Black Phillip living life.
That's me, man. I smell great. I smell good. My balls are barely balls, Might as well be my elbow at this point. It's all one thing, and that's thanks to Manscaped. So use code HardLore for 20% off plus free shipping.
Yes. I was just going to say, we kind of have a golden ticket. I've tried a myriad of products. I've yet to even find a thing where I'm like, like everything. I'm like, oh, this smells great. Like
every single Manscaped product that we get sent is like, yeah, I could use this forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could keep this in stock for the rest of my days on Earth. Mm-hmm. So we hope that you feel the same. And, our goal is to get you 20% off those things and free shipping. So you use code HardLore, you scape your man. If you buy it for your partner, your ex, if you want to fuck with them.
Dad.
Your dad.
I sent my dad an extra lawnmower that I had gotten from Manscaped.
Lord knows dad's balls be stanking. And this is the only remedy. Okay? Bo's dad's balls needed this. And thank God his son has a podcast where he could make that a reality.
I love you, Dad.
Back to the episode.
First time I saw the Hope Conspiracy, they opened the first real hardcore show I went to.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it. It's the
and you did.
And Hope Conspiracy opened, and I'll never forget that singer just walked he was in the back of the room and just walked through the crowd.
Ooh, running just Shield style,
dude, and just took off his coat and just started singing. And I just remember thinking, because again, this is actually my second hardcore show. Just remember thinking that's fucking sick.
That's a cool guy.
He just that's a cool guy. So the Hope Con I think is very underrated.
Big time. Agreed.
Niraj, who plays guitar for them and Suicide File and a bunch of other bands, is awesome. Just in a bunch of bands that you for sure heard of and rocks.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
My next pick now that Side by Side has announced their reunion 2 days after we talked about how they are the last band to not reunite, there's one left, Bo.
One left, you said?
There's a band that is not reunited.
Are we gonna ruin it? Why can't we bring anything like HardLore will never make $1 million in a year? Like, why can't we bring good shit around?
This is a thing where if they did reunite, I'd be front and center.
Okay, I'm ready.
The band is called Demise. The greatest hardcore shirt of all time. The Demise shirt. They're the last band. They haven't done it. I think what the singer just sang a song with Combust at the B&B Bowl, the B&B Bowl, at the B&B Bowl, which I had this on my list and then saw that and I was like, God damn it! I fucking manifested another one, you know. But they have yet to reunite. But this is one I would welcome because the kids need to know. I don't think they're on streaming. But
no, I don't think so.
Disgrace recorded a cover of The Dawn on True Enemy. So I'll put that in the playlist, and that'll be your intro to Demise. And then you can go, oh, shit, this is what they're this good? Okay, I'll go listen to the rest.
Gotcha. That's great. Combust did another song with somebody. What was the other one?
I don't know.
It looked awesome. Oh, they did fucking Set It Off, I think.
I think that was Painted True.
Oh, excuse me. You're absolutely right.
Which is badass. Yeah.
And that was also fucking sick. Yeah.
Fuckers look badass. Simply.
Yeah, you're right.
What's your next one?
My next one, I think you'll like.
Oh.
You might have heard of them. It's a band called Disgrace.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think Disgrace is like a hugely underrated band.
Yeah, they're way too good. That was the problem.
Too good.
That was the problem. Is that they were way too good in an era where people wanted shit that sucked. So,
this was one I wanted to pick something off of True Enemy, and this was one where I had a hard time.
Yeah.
Picking the song.
Dude, I'm their biggest fan for one.
Dude, yeah.
So you know.
Taylor sent me True Enemy before it was out.
Yeah.
And I remember driving in Casey's shitty fucking Chevy Aveo and blasting it to try and hear everything that was going on because we were on the highway.
Yeah.
Just like obsessing over it. Excuse me. I love Disgrace. Seeing them at For the Children was awesome.
It was, and
I thought it wasn't going to happen, you know.
Yeah, I understand why from Taylor's perspective, he doesn't ever want to do it again, you know, because Disgrace is this unbelievable. Every song is amazing, every single one.
Yep.
First record, Songs of Suffering, and the split with Harness, which was completely re-recorded on the LP. Every song is good. And For the Children, it was like he was trying to get his new band over. Mm-hmm. And it was really no, they hadn't played in 10 years. So he's like, I'm not going to convince these kids to listen to my old band that I throw up every time I sing for. But Disgrace is one of the most perfect pound-for-pound discographies of all time.
Dude, yes, there's not a bad song.
Not one bad song. Hard-ass pits all around. Taylor's best lyrics.
One of my favorite tie-ins of all of Taylor's stuff is using that same acoustic guitar. For twitching.
Yeah, it's the same one.
I love that. And I know it's the same. You can tell it's the same one.
And it's really just because it's the one we had. It wasn't for any other reason than that's our guitar. That's what we got.
It's fucking sick. You know what I mean? I love that. I just think that's a cool tie-in.
Our $500 I don't even remember the brand acoustic guitar. I think it's still the only one we got. Taylor, we got to get another acoustic guitar.
Hey, what? Just remind me because I think I have the wrong song. What's the one with the gung 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 gung?
That's the first song.
That's True
Enemy. Yeah.
Okay, cool, perfect. So that's the song.
I would pick.
I like Conquered too.
Dude, Conquered is fucked. I might pick Conquered. Love it. Big fan. Great pick, Bowen.
And it's so underrated.
Yeah.
So underrated.
Not after today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, they have, I wonder if, and this is obviously just spitballing, but I wonder if, like, they should have been on metal tours if they were ever going to, like, do anything.
Yeah. And I think maybe Twitching Tongues existing was the problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, like, we got in their way, basically. Because it was like they could have done all the tours we were doing and probably been better received.
Which is crazy.
So just biologically speaking, it is what it is, and that's fine. I'm comfortable with that. As their biggest fan, I can say that objectively. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My next pick, and again, you may think I'm crazy. You may think, Colin, how could you say this? But Death Threat should be as big as Hatebreed.
Dude, I almost put Death Threat on mine. Didn't, because I was sure you were going to. You like have to.
I have to.
You're required.
Oh, I've got a geographical obligation, but also a scientific obligation, because how are you gonna hear Last Days in Peace and Security and tell me that they're not fucking Master Killer tier? You know?
So what's the Trinity? It's Death Threat, 100 Demons,
Hatebreed.
It's not that they are lesser. It's just that the others are so very good.
It's just different. You know what I mean? They all bring something different to the table.
That's very true.
Hatebreed perfected, like,
music,
hardcore. You know?
Yeah.
100 Demons is the scariest band in the world.
And also, I'm just without the stigma of the term metalcore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just like perfected it.
I mean, like, Repeat Process and shit. That's metalcore done the way God intended, the way 100 Demons intended.
Right,
100 of them. And Death Threat is the perfect blend of I compare it's Hatebreed and Youth of Today together.
Wow.
Which is like these hard ass songs, but with these lyrics that are not used to they're not divisive. No, they're not used to divide. They're used to unite, but also with the personal side of it, the fuck you side of it.
What song are you gonna choose?
That's crazy. That's crazy that I have to pick a song. Yeah. It was really hard for me to pick Never Again for best breakdowns, because it was like, what do I mean, but here's the thing. There is a possibility that somebody listening to this has never heard Dead at Birth.
Do you think so?
Yeah. There's like 30,000 people a week listen to this show. One of them has not heard Dead at Birth.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, you're right.
So I'm going to put Dead at Birth on the playlist.
I mean, it is an all-time great
It is a perfect hardcore song.
It's a top 20, I would say, for me personally.
Easy.
I know you'll say higher, but
no, I would say top 20 is fair.
Dude, like, lyrically amazing, part-wise amazing. Whew.
Perfect song.
That Terror cover, dude, at Seven Fury was
that's one of the best
so
moments of
fun.
my whole life. It was just I only saw my boys, you know?
Yeah, so fun.
Gorgeous. All right.
It's a great pick.
Great
pick, Colin.
Thank you. What's your next pick?
My next pick, I'm so sure you don't like this band. A little band called Dag Nasty.
Oh, I for sure do not.
Have you ever listened to?
Yeah, there's nothing for me here.
Yeah, and I know you're not being negative.
No,
you're being honest. There's nothing for
it's just not for me. It's not. I'm not. I think there's a difference. We have to learn there is a difference between this sucks and it's not for me. You know?
Dude, that's a perfect way to put it.
This sucks is like, okay, fuck you. You're my enemy for life.
Yeah, that's like offensive.
Or like, and I don't like this is like, yeah, that's okay.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I love that. Very good.
There's a difference.
Dag Nasty is catchy punk rock, which is, and again, is kind of proto pop punk. That's kind of.
Yeah, Travis Barker's got the.
Yeah, he's got, can I say?
The rocker, yeah.
Amazing When I like realized that's what it was, because I was a huge Blink guy as a kid. I don't know if we ever really talked about that. I was obsessed with Blink-182. So I knew what that tattoo was, and when I found out about Dag Nasty and that the singer of DYS sang on Can I Say, Dave Smalley, who has one of the first known straight edge tattoos, it all came together for me.
So you're what you were like, okay, you were looking for straight edge lore. And that brought you to stuff. You'd be like, oh, they're straight edge, so I have to.
Dude, as silly as it sounds, that American Hardcore book is like awesome. It's got interviews with all the heads.
Right.
Peter Steele's in it.
Right.
You know, it's got like everybody. Kirk Hammett's in it.
Right.
It's got like Dave Smalley and all the Boston guys. And there's a whole thing on straight edge and Misfits and bad, like all the shit that I wanted to know. And it was very, it was just very instrumental for me. Sure. But Dag Nasty makes me want to skateboard. I never could. Makes me want to get out there. It's a summer record, you know. I'm going to choose the song Circles.
Okay. So
fucking catchy. A lot of fun. If you're into any kind of punk, anything catchy melodic, it's a good record.
See, I'm more of a winter music man myself. You know?
You really are.
Really
but I think it's underrated. How often are people talking about Dag Nasty?
Oh, no.
It's shirts?
Almost never. Almost never do you see it.
That's my pick.
It's a good pick. It is honestly a great pick because you're right. And we should disagree. And that's not that I disagree at all.
Of course.
Because we should not be fucking regurgitating the same things.
It'd be boring as shit.
It'd be boring as hell. Well, there's got to be something for everybody in these playlists. And I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's kind of my goal, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you something that is for sure for everybody, whether they know it or not.
Okay.
Little band called Into Another.
Oh, so underrated.
So underrated, dude.
What a pick.
Why aren't they bigger than Metallica?
I don't know.
Why aren't they supporting Rush, you know?
I see lying
put,
my back.
Put Running Into Walls on right now.
Again.
One of the great China symbols of all in all music.
Dude, I can't. If I pick up a bass, it's 50-50. It's either that or it's no. Fucking Best Wishes. The Only One.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm playing one of those two things. Tell me about.
I gotta learn Running Into Walls then. So
it's really easy, and then it's just an octave. Very easy. Tell me, is that the song that you're picking?
Yeah, I'm picking Running Into Walls, or William, which is my first name. You know.
Oh my goodness.
Sheesh. What?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say the second song on Ignarius.
Peter Moses. Moses is king, dude.
So guitar player. Awesome. Into Another is excellent.
It's a perfect band. The Omens EP, which was like their big comeback record, which is like 8 years ago now, is Master Killer Tier EP.
Wow.
100%.
I'm gonna piggyback off that.
Do it.
And I'm gonna do the other fucking Richie band.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Little band called Underdog. I think Underdog is super underrated.
Big time.
When I first kind of heard about them, I think our friend Rick told me about them, and he was like, "You love the Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
You love the Misfits because they were doing something in this like tone, but in a different way. You should love Underdog for the same reason."
Interesting.
Is how he explained it to me, which is kind of like, yeah.
He like cracked a code in your mind.
He really kind of did. And then with the tie-in with Richie and Youth of Today and fucking, you know, everything else, it was like, oh, it's great. So I'm going to choose Back to Back just because it's like kind of the track. but it's also like a really good intro, I think, into
you put mass movement in breakdowns too.
Yeah.
So they should have a good idea of what Underdog's vibe is.
Yeah, exactly. And then also it's like, if you dig back to back, listen to all of Underdog. If you dig Ignaris, or Running into Walls, listen to all of fucking Into Another.
Richie's God. Richie, if you're listening, you're the best singer of all time to ever live. Great job. Oh, that was your pick. You did Underdog. Okay, well, you're going to love my next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hold on. Yes.
From Chicago, Illinois.
Are you stealing my fucking number one?
Oh, I'll save it. Then I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. All right.
You. I'm literally saving that for number one.
All right, I'll let you have it. Then from New York, Maximum Penalty.
That's a really good choice. That's a very good choice. Which record?
Okay, well,
yeah, right.
I would say, Could You Love Me? That would be my pick.
Mm-hmm.
It is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Any genre, no problem. I could put it on any time. I'm fired up.
So it could go Return of the Mac. Would You Love
My Way, Frank Sinatra. Could You Love Me? Master Killer. It's like that. But it's not on streaming. So what? Life and Times is on streaming, right?
I believe so. Go ahead and talk about it. Let me check.
What's what's that fucking song? It's like track 4 or 5. What's the track list?
Demo, yeah, Life and Times. Yeah, this is the one. Life and Times, Paper Bullets, Fight My Way Back, and The Walls.
And The Walls, I think. Wait, no, that's not it. What's the fucking?
It's got to be Life and Times.
Leaving the young for dead, cry for them. What's the fucking song called?
I don't know, brother.
God damn it. Sorry, Max Penn. I wasn't preparing to say you yet. Threat Assessment. That's the song.
Okay.
Threat Assessment.
Yep.
We'll put that one on there. This is the one, maybe the best comeback record, comeback LP of all time.
Baker showed us this one time, and couldn't believe that we didn't like it.
Mm.
And I was blown away.
Like it yet.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Like that we were like Maximum Penalty.
Right.
Just didn't. It never had clicked, and
right.
That one clicked.
Yeah, big time. Max Penn, best comeback record ever. But Could You Love Me? Look it up on YouTube. You're gonna be shocked that I like it, maybe, because it's just pure borderline proto pop punk,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh yeah. Could you love me? Could you love? That's a perfect song. Perfect song.
Dude, I'm gonna go. I got one for you.
Okay.
And you gotta trust me on this. It's a band from Birmingham called Bolt Thrower.
What?
No, yeah, okay.
No,
okay.
So this is the first one where I think you're crazy.
Here's the thing. I'm talking about from a hardcore perspective.
Dude, I think that they're pretty rated.
I think they're rated for you and your friend group. I think they're rated for me and my friend group. The amount of people who I've had DM me after we talk about them and stuff and be like, what other Bolt Thrower record should I check out? I just checked out For Those Ones Loyal. This is awesome. Is more than I ever expected. I don't believe in current hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
Their impact, influence, and their reach ability. I don't know if that's a word.
Mm-hmm.
Of how many people would dig them if they listened to them. I don't really think. I think makes them underrated. I think within metal and death metal, they're the most rated and well beloved. But a good example.
I think this is the first one where they are
off my rocker.
Yeah, I think you're off your rocker. But I want to.
I mean, you picked Death Threat.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Because Death Threat should be the biggest band in the world, and they're not.
Bolt Thrower should not.
Bolt Thrower is.
Dude, they played Reggie's here.
They could sell out anywhere now. Right now.
Right
They
now,
could play anywhere and sell it out.
Mind Force played Fourth Crusade. They covered the Fourth Crusade.
I think they played War.
I mean, is that what's the first song on Fourth Crusade?
The Fourth Crusade. They did Fourth Crusade?
They did.
I didn't see the video. That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw a video of that.
Man, them opening with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Both are opening with that was the sickest thing I've ever seen.
And here's the thing. In the room, 3 or 4 people moshing. This is what I'm saying. I don't think they're quite rated enough. My follow-up point.
Maybe you're right.
Harm's Way covered the same song, 2011, in Leeds at Outbreak Fest. Couple people moshing. One of whom was Andrew Morrissey. That's on YouTube.
It didn't pop off in the UK?
Negative. Oh. So my whole experience with hardcore and Bolt Thrower
is like the shirts are out there, but they don't know the tracks.
The shirts are out there, and then like the people who fucking love Bolt Thrower are like us.
Yeah.
People in bands and shit.
I mean, they're better than literally every band that ever made music. You know?
The most consistent. Oh. Like, who's more consistent, Bolt Thrower or Crowbar?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Crowbar's still a band, so it's tough
there you go.
You know?
There you go.
But.
So, yeah, I picked Bolt Thrower. I'm going to just do... We did Powder Burns, right? On the... Yeah. So let's do Granite Wall. No, the Kill Chain.
Oh, nice.
The fucking Kill Chain, dude.
Yeah. Good pick.
Yeah.
Great pick.
That's my pick.
You sold me by the end there. You had me in the first half.
Good.
I'm getting into California now. Okay.
Good. I have one in California left.
Okay.
I don't think you'll pick them though.
I'm gonna do them in a little, a little 3-way.
Take me on a weekend tour.
I'm gonna take you on a weekend tour. First up is a band called Snake Eyes.
Oh, dude, very cool. Good demo.
Todd Jones, Corey Williams, and Bo Thompson, who sang in Donnybrook.
Oh, his name was Bo?
Yeah.
How did he spell it?
B-O.
He's dead. There can be only one.
Oh, he'll kill you. You will lose.
Just kidding. Bo.
He runs now.
Oh, that's that guy?
I don't know if that's public.
Okay. Maybe we'll bleep that.
Yeah, we'll see. He runs something now. Yeah, okay. He's the man. He sang in a band called Lone Wolf after this as well. But Snake Eyes had a demo and a 7-inch.
Yeah.
I would recommend. It might not be on streaming. Let me see.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on here.
Is them? That might not be them. No, it's not them.
No, I don't think it is. Nope. Oh, that sucks for the listeners that have to YouTube Snake Eyes. Yeah, they're not on here at all. But you know, look up the demo and look up the Hellbent record and just listen to both because you're hearing some pre-Nails Todd riffs. Mm-hmm. Corey, the coolest guy in the world, in the band as well, and Bo, the co-frontman of Donnybrook, singing.
And I remember, I liked Donnybrook,
mm-hmm.
and I remember thinking that dude's voice was sick.
Yeah.
And when I found out Snake Eyes existed, I was like, oh, you know, it was perfect.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. Very underrated. Definitely.
Should I do the other two with this?
Please do.
Okay. The other one is Piece by Piece.
You have to say them.
I have to say Piece by Piece, man.
Yeah.
Nick Jett put on for the Valley before anybody. You know, born and raised. SFV. Listen to the intro, okay? I showed people in high school the Piece by Piece intro constantly. And they'd be like, how can I hear more of this? What is this and how do I get more of it? So whenever we do a best intros episode, was that the lowest rated? Lowest? No, yeah. I think the 7-inch one was. But
oh yeah, it was 7-inch and EPs.
Piece by Piece intro is fucking god tier. And that's the whole record is perfect. The triptych, the end of the triptych here would be Internal Affairs.
Okay. Yeah. I loved Internal Affairs.
Internal Affairs ran shit when I was a kid. And Corey was was an old head for me in a time where like I really needed one, you know? He was a guide like he was so scary on stage and so welcoming off stage, you know? Mm-hmm. But without like, you couldn't kiss his ass because he'd be like, fuck you, go away. But if you leveled with him and talked to him like a human, he'd give you all his time. He's the man. Taught me a lot, showed me many things, as did Nick. You know, Nick and I haven't hung out a whole lot, but every time we talk, he sang on the God's Hate record. He's the man. 3 bands that were pivotal for my upbringing and my era, so to speak.
Very good. I expected Piece by Piece.
Yeah.
I expected that. I feel like that's what I'm saving for last. Or would it be Internal Affairs?
No, my last pick is a fun one for Scott Vogel.
Okay, no, but I meant never mind.
You're right. You're right.
Okay,
I see what you're saying.
I'm gonna stay in that area.
Stay here.
A little tie-in, because this is gonna be stay here. This is gonna be one where I think you're gonna go, what are you talking about? But it's very regional. What are you talking about? Is Carry On. I ride for Carry On.
Underrated now, for sure.
Underrated, so underrated now.
But went out on top.
Dude, just so cool.
Yeah.
Well, because what did they have? They had a Lifeless Plague, the Roll with the Punches 7-inch, and was there another thing?
I think maybe a demo.
A demo? Yeah. That's perfect.
It's the way to do it. Demo 7-inch LP, fuck off. Done.
Out of here.
You're legendary.
I love Carry On.
Mm-hmm.
A Lifeless Plague was like, that was pretty pivotal for me, I would say. Again, that's another example of like fast music with hard parts and straight edge. So that's me. That's all I wanted at the time. You know?
That's he.
It is he. For the, what did we do? We did Off My Chest.
We did Off My Chest. I mean, I obviously put the playlist on after we made it just to hear it. Yeah. Off My Chest is crazy.
It's still goes.
How were they allowed to do that as like a fast straight edge man?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's so hard. It's insane.
I'll pick a weird one off the LP, and it's So Much of You, which is like kind of the pretty song.
Yeah.
But cool breakdown. Sick, like kind of melodic, honestly, but like hard still, which is what melodic bands never get. Yeah,
exactly.
Right? So
gotta give me all of it, or don't give me none of it.
Well,
you feel me? Yeah. There's a back of a shirt right there. That's a great pick. Because obviously another pivotal band for me as a lad. My next pick, we briefly talked about a few weeks ago.
Okay.
But the band that at one point was poised to be the next big thing in all of extreme music. Black Breath. Dude.
Great pick. I put good dear mate of the show, Jason, formerly of Road,
onto Black Breath,
and he like can't believe him.
It's like you listen to this and you go, what? Why isn't this everywhere? Mm-hmm. Why isn't At the Gates opening for them right now? You know, they should come back and they should stay back. I just remember seeing them so many times, and it was like exactly what you want as a musician, where every time they came back, there was 100 more people there.
Oh, wow.
It was like, they're actually doing it. Like they're living the dream.
Yeah.
And every record was bigger and crazier. Mm-hmm. And also still had like a hardcore ethos to it. Even though you could tell they were like, we got to get out of hardcore and just stick to metal towards the end, which is maybe what killed them in a bit, in a way.
Yeah.
That's normally what does it. When you put both feet out the door, something happens.
Yeah.
But man, they deserve their respect. They deserve their flowers. I met the singer at the Sound and Fury they first played.
Yeah.
And
2009. Yeah.
And he was so excited that I liked the band.
Awesome.
I was like, "Can I get a shirt in this size?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Like, he was like, "So
that dude, he can scream too. He's
dude,
got
the sound check, the line check thing he does.
Yeah, the line check is
where he
insane.
just goes forever.
For like no joke, a full 40 seconds.
He does it until people clap. And I remember eventually just me being like, having to give to him because it was so crazy.
He's got that. Some people can do that. Keith, formerly of Every Time I Die, can do that.
He's just born with that
like,
voice.
They could just do the thing. Yeah. I don't know. That's amazing.
I would pick the song "I Am Beyond."
Yeah. Dude.
There's one on the first one with a fucking crazy pit part in it. What is it called?
While you look it up, for my gearheads out there, they were a band. There are bands that are called like HM2 Core or whatever. When HM2 was like real popular, my band being one of them. They were a band that I would say they were the band that spearheaded that tone.
Them and Nails were at the same time.
Them and Nails, for sure, them and Nails. But Nails was noisy.
Yeah, theirs was
muting.
very clean. It was all
Nails,
there.
Nails is muting because Todd's hitting the tuner while singing and playing, just getting the cuts.
Yeah.
Black Breath had two guitar players with JCM 800s, full stacks, and using HM2s in a Boss NS2 in the loop. And they were like the first ones where I saw them do it, and they would stop on a dime, not muting with a tuner. And it was like,
okay, they were doing the send return.
Yes. Using the loop of exactly. And it's just like,
love me.
You guys read the manual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
them and Taylor Young read the manual, and that's it.
Yeah.
The song is "Beneath the Crust" on the Razor to Oblivion record.
Awesome.
That's the one
record.
with they just do it again. That was the part where seeing that live was like, what?
Yeah.
That was like, thank you.
Dude, that is
thank you for sounding like this.
For this discussion, that is such a good pick.
Yeah.
That's
100% our era.
Yeah.
And they were part of this paradigm shifting thing where people in fucking champion shirts saw Black Breath and were like, oh, I'm going to change. I'm going to change who I am.
Well, the one guitar player was in
Go It Alone, right?
Go It Alone.
Yeah.
Which is quite a change.
Huge
to go from one to the other.
Yeah. Big time.
Pretty crazy.
Yep.
Very good pick, Colin.
Thank you.
Let's stay in the weird amorphous Todd Jones world.
How many you got left?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I have 4 as well, but one of them is your big one. So
okay.
We'll do
you want me to scrap one?
No.
Yeah, I'll scrap one. But this one is good.
Okay.
Knife Fight.
Oh, wow.
Knife Fight fucking rocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think they ever put out anything even remotely bad.
No.
So you could do no wrong. I chose the song Hypocrite off of the self-titled, the one with the dog on it.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's catchy, and it if I hear it, it's an actual earworm. It's just like in my head. Awesome singing. Again, it's more of my like more punk hardcore kind of shit.
He was born with it, man.
A wizard.
It's crazy.
A wizard.
He might be the greatest hardcore riffer of all time.
I think if you're gonna put names out there, it's literally like 3 Gun, him.
Oh my God, 3 Gun.
Sean.
Florida Frank, sorry, excuse me. Florida Frank.
Sean.
TXJ.
You know.
Yeah. Wow.
TXJ. Yeah. But yeah, Todd, he's a wizard. And this will be fun on Discogs. Let me just look up Todd
Discogs. Yeah, this is gonna go crazy.
Just see. Let's see. We got Betrayed, Carry On, Fireburn, Internal Affairs, Knife Fight, Nails, Snake Eyes, Stand Your Ground, Terror.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So Yeah, Knife Fight rocks.
Very nice.
They had a shirt with a baby on it getting stabbed in the head with a switchblade. My mom made me, or Chris's mom made him get rid of it. I had it for a while, and then I gave it back to him as adults.
Oh, nice, because his mom made him get rid of it?
Yeah.
That was nice of you.
Yeah.
Very nice. My next pick, a band that almost nobody has probably ever heard, I think. So this is the perfect thing. There is a band from LA now called Dead City. They're like a punk band.
Yes.
But there was a Dead City from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Fuck yeah. And they were fucking awesome.
They were unbelievable.
Dude, Phil was a great guitar player.
He's awesome.
It's fucking sick.
They put out an LP called Goddamn the 21st Century.
Jeremiah, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing band. What song do I pick? This is tough because...
What a pick.
Yeah. No, I know.
Colin, that was a good pick.
I know. Let's see.
Wow.
I want to make sure I get this right because I know. Yeah. Okay, the last song is called Goddamned, and it's like this big epic kind of opus.
Yes.
But like if you put on the first song is called NBS, and it's just a hard ass hardcore song. They're kind of like Clevo, like metallic Clevo type stuff. Yeah. But the last song is this big fucking opus, kind of melodic, but also hard. Goddamned. Dead City. I saw them on a whim. They happened to be on tour by themselves playing at the Cobalt.
Yeah.
And I went to a show to see somebody else, and I think they opened.
Yeah.
And blew my ass off. Yeah.
We played with them a few times over the years. Amazing.
Like amazing band.
Second song on the record, my favorite song was Saint of Killers, which is a Preacher reference.
Course. Yeah.
And that was like a big tie-in.
Absolutely.
I think they were really into Preacher.
Yeah, I think there's a few Preacher things in there.
Yep.
In their iconography, you know?
Amazing. Great pick.
I know. Wow. That's true underrated because there's just like, they don't exist.
Yeah, nobody absolutely. Knows. Excellent pick.
Yes.
Very good band. If you're curious out there, check them out. All right, my second to last one. I mentioned them briefly in the breakdowns thing.
Okay.
I got to pick a song, and I told myself I would just do it off the top of my head. Okay. I know you don't give a shit about Youth Crew.
I do not.
It's
but like when you put one of the songs on the things I listen to, and I'm normally like, yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. Like Break Down the Walls is perfect.
There's an anger.
That's you can't deny that rocks.
There you go.
So I'm with you. I'm with you there.
There you go. So I'm picking Turning Point.
Okay.
Turning Point are a musician's band. They're all incredible. Skip could sing. There's like slap bass. The drummer's amazing. Like the band rocked. They're from Connecticut, so
I think people in Connecticut would argue.
Oh, that they're not from Connecticut? Because I think they were like rich kids, right?
There's a thing, you know. But sure. They lived in Connecticut. Maybe they were born there, whatever.
Yeah, I got you. No, I totally understand. Whatever.
That doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I'm gonna pick. You know what? I'll just do Before the Dawn. It's the opener on It's Always Darkest Before the Dawn. If you are into, God, how do you even describe it?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm curious.
It's borderline prog.
Ooh.
Like it's really weird.
I'm sold.
The song, Turning Point songwriting is very strange. If you listen to Behind This Wall, which is like their overall discography or anthology or whatever, which is funny, it's only fucking 88 to 91. They're a very short-lived band. But like, dude, there's so much. The first song on Behind This Wall is like an acoustic like pop song with a hard fucking part in it. It's awesome. Wow. I love Turning Point. It's not at all like the song I picked on Breakdowns Volume 2. This is more polished. It's all, you know what it is, Colin? It is very much in the vein of Into Another.
This guy loves Turning Point. You're
I fucking
passionate.
love, but it's very similar to Into Another.
Yeah, okay. Then that's
very similar.
Maybe I'll give it another whirl. I tried as a lad. I tried as a
believe
teen. I tried as a 20. And it just, I didn't feel like it was for me. But
yeah,
I'll try it again now that it's on the official HardLore Underrated Bands playlist. My second to last pick, Slam Death Metal Originals.
Ooh.
Inspired some of the greatest pit writers ever.
Okay.
From Long Island, New York. Internal Bleeding.
Ah, I didn't know they were from Long Island.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah, kid.
The song that I'm recommending now, this is the one where I think people who blindly put on this playlist are going to be like, holy shit. The song is called Alien Breed. You're going to pop this on and you're going to go, oh, this is what I've been looking for my entire life. Where was this? And it was in Long Island, waiting for you. And Internal Bleeding. They're back playing just wherever. They played with God's Hate in Brooklyn. It was awesome.
Really?
So Internal Bleeding, it's time you get your respect. It's time you get your flowers. Internal Bleeding influenced so many bands that I think that the people need to now give back to Internal Bleeding.
I love that. I think that's good.
Me too.
Fuck you.
Hit me. Is it?
All right. This is the one. I talk about this band constantly. They were on Breakdowns Part 1. They are pivotal for Chicago hardcore, for heavy Chicago hardcore, I should say. It's The Killer. There wouldn't be a Harm's Way without The Killer. I once asked John from Weekend Nachos if later Nachos would exist without The Killer, and he said no. So, we did the Trinity thing with Connecticut, and then there's the Texas one with Power Trip and Bitter End and Iron Age. For Chicago, I would say of like this era, it's The Killer, Harm's Way, and Nachos. They don't play out hardly ever.
Okay. True.
I once did a really cool mosh move at This Is Hardcore.
Here it is again.
Fuck. But I can't, when it comes to underrated, I don't think there's any other band that deserves people to listen to them more than The Killer.
Right. Oh, I mean, in terms of just the guys being awesome.
Yes.
Doing a shit ton for hardcore in Chicago.
Yes.
Writing unbelievable records after unbelievable record.
Yes.
It's crazy. That's the definition of underrated is The Killer.
They're the best. When you say that you've seen war crimes and shit committed or have committed, The Killer is that band here.
War Crime HC for sure.
Fucking far.
Yeah.
I've seen them cover Slave New World. I've seen them cover South of Heaven. Or maybe Mandatory Suicide. I don't remember which
every time you bring it up, you can't remember the Slayer song.
I really can't. I cannot remember which one. But just the scariest, the coolest. Seen Luke literally tell security to chill out, otherwise he's going to start a riot.
Yeah.
Just the best shit. I can't put them
And then
over
he's
enough.
another guy where you see him after the set and he's like, hey, Bo, tell me about your entire life.
Dude, I love Luke. I've known... I told the first story, right? Where we played St. Louis.
Yeah.
And he was the only one we knew. So literally since Chris's dad drove us to St. Louis because we couldn't drive yet. So we were 14, 15. Yeah. He's always put on for us, always been there. He's the fucking man. Shane is the fucking man.
Oh my God.
Remus is incredible.
Yo, Shane is like the backbone of Chicago hardcore.
When we talked about Wisdom, about them carrying or Strength for Reason carrying, that's The Killer for us.
They are Chicago.
They are Chicago hardcore. Yeah. They are the guys. I fucking adore that band. I'm going to pick, honestly.
Just do it, dude. Just do it. Just do it.
True Failure is like the track. That's the one that gets real rowdy.
Right.
I'm going to pick Pills.
Oh, Pills is
The
the
opener.
pick. Yeah.
It's so fucking sick.
It's insane. It's insane. I played a Rumble with them one time, and they played that, and it was like, oh, here's all those scary stories I've heard.
Yeah, right.
It was awesome.
Harm's Way did what was it? It was we played like all of it was the last Nacho show. This is on YouTube. And we played like old Harm's Way stuff, like Power Violence stuff. And we closed with Pills, with Luke singing.
Oh.
And, it's just the best. They are the best. So please listen to The Killer. They just posted recently new music coming soon. So let's fucking go.
Oh, wow. Huge.
Yeah. Legitimately awesome.
Well, there we go.
Very psyched.
Like I said, I had them on my list. And
dude, that was, and I meant to say a really quick, like, we fuck with the Youngs, like from our circle.
Because we love The Killer.
Because you were like the two people on Pacific Time who knew of The Killer.
Oh, we were pitting our little asses off whenever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like an immediate, like, okay, that goes a long way for us.
Yeah. My last pick. I want to. I got to shout out Mr. Scott Vogel here, because he's been waiting for this moment for HardLore to put some respect on what I can only assume is his favorite band ever. His favorite hardcore band ever. From Buffalo, New York, Zero Tolerance. They have like 8 songs total.
So cool.
So cool. Every single one of them a fucking smash hit. But one that certainly belongs in the best intros down the line, Fuel the Fire, from the Fuel the Fire 7-inch. That, I think it is on streaming.
Beautiful. So
that'll be on the playlist. I don't know if there's a Terror without Zero Tolerance. Wow. I don't know if there's a Buried Alive without Zero Tolerance. And it's
you
like,
can do that. Yeah,
you could. There's some dominoes to cross, and it's like Terror is. Like if you're talking hardcore, like what, like you take, like Hatebreed is beyond, they've become something else. Turnstile is beyond, they've become something else. Terror is fucking, we're going to be a hardcore band until the day that we die.
Dude, they are the Cannibal Corpse of hardcore.
That's a great comparison.
And I actually almost put Terror on my list just because like they are the most rated, the most known hardcore band current, right? And I still don't think it's enough.
Yeah.
I think they deserve like...
But then like you can see they can tour. It's funny that this is talking about it's becoming a Terror discussion, but like Terror can tour with any band. They're on tour with the Black Dahlia Murder right now. And people that love the Black Dahlia Murder who hear the term hardcore and they're like, fuck that whole genre. See Terror and they're like, that's probably the best band I ever saw.
Yeah.
And then it all goes back to Zero Tolerance. So listen to the demo and Fuel the Fire. A perfect band, a perfect discography. When we have Scott on, I'm sure he can tell us more. I don't have the Zero Tolerance lore for you. I can just tell you that pound for pound, song for song, they're one of the most underrated hardcore bands of all time.
I love that.
Which brings us to a close.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. This is just round 1. I could do this all day.
Yeah, you jarred a few things in my brain.
I cut like 5. I got like 5 more on here. So
do you want to do more?
No, I don't. Okay. We got to do part 2. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy this playlist. We hope that we hope that you discovered some things today.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. And if you already know all these things, we hope that we rekindled some love and that you're going, oh, yeah, right, of course.
Right.
We hope that you're listening to this. If you know all this shit like the back of your hand, we hope you're listening to this going, yup. And that's that. That was HardLore this week. We will see you next week. This might be a special episode if he'll let us do it. Because our buddy, the great character in the hardcore lexicon
yes.
is getting married this weekend.
And we're going to be there.
Our beloved Andrew Morrissey of Monster Style, James Bourne, Why So Funny,
Why So Funny,
Jimmy Lemon's fame.
He's getting married, getting hitched.
To our additionally beloved Emily Chancellor, my actual OG. So congrats to them. I want to do an episode in our full wedding suits.
Oh, that's a great idea, dude.
Because that would just be so cool.
Be so fun.
Let's see if we can gather the troops.
We could definitely do a mini.
Well, let's see. I want it fully. So let's see.
Also, I know we'll probably do ads and add it in, but going to be doing Whatnot.
Yeah, together. We'll be together. So whenever you're listening to this, it'll probably be
that Saturday, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
So special Saturday Whatnot this week. We will see you. We'll have some special stuff. We have the really cool logo mashup shirt.
Oh, so sick.
So thank you all so much for listening. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.